Good morning, first grade student. How are you today? I hope all of you is always healthy and keep staying at home, okay? We're back again in science lessons because Miss Dewi still had a ceremony. So today we still learn about science with me. Okay? Our material today is about Science 5, Chapter 2 and Lesson 3. We will talk about digestive system, okay? Okay, let's get started. The first thing that you need to know is about the meaning of digestive system, okay? Digestive system is made up of a long twisting tube that starts from the mouth and end in anus, okay? It is accompanied by a few organs such as liver and pancreas. And the process of breaking down food into simpler substances that the body can use is called digestion. So, we need to differentiate between digestive system and digestion. Digestive system means the organ that we use in digestions, but digestions mean the process of processing all kind of food that enter our body. And then, as we know, we could stay alive, so foods will give us energy to do a lot of things every day. Even we already eat several food like rice, vegetable, meat, and we cannot use that kind of form as energy because the, they must be broken down into simpler substance before it can be absorbed and used by our body. So this kind of process is called as digestion, okay? Okay, good. The next one, you will learn about the structure of digestive system, okay? The first one we have mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and rectum. Okay, the first structure that we will learn about mouth, okay? As we know, digestions begin in the mouth, and then when food enters the mouth, the teeth chew the food and break it into smaller pieces. At the same time, the salivary glands in the mouth produce saliva, so saliva will moisten and soften the food and partially digest it. And then the tongue will help us to roll the food into tiny balls to be pushed into the esophagus. Okay, the next structure that we will learn is about esophagus. So the esophagus is a long muscular tube that joins mouth to stomach. Okay, it is from mouth to stomach. Okay, so the muscle in esophagus contract and relax to cause wave-like movements. These kinds of movements will allow food to move down to the stomach. This movement or the move of food from the throat to the stomach using muscle movement is called peristalsis. Okay, so the movement is called as peristalsis. So you need to remember the peristalsis is happen in esophagus. The next structure is about stomach. Okay, stomach is a stretchy sac that acts like a mixer for the food. So food will stay in the back like stomach for 3 until 4 hours. The food is mixed with digestive juice that are secreted from the stomach wall. The muscular stomach wall then helps to crunch this mixture of food and juice, this digestive juice. Okay? The stomach then empties this liquid mixture slowly into the small intestine. So from stomach, we continue to the small intestine, okay? The next process. And then the next structure, we will know about small intestine. In small intestine, all the partially digested food enter the small intestine. It is mixed with more digestive chemical produced by the pancreas and liver. And then digestions will end in the small intestine, and then the digested food is absorbed by the wall of small intestine and enter the bloodstream. Then the blood transport the digested food to all part of our body. So our small intestine absorb 80% of water, vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids. Okay. The next structure that we will learn is about large intestine. Large intestine is place for undigested food that is not absorbed and placed on large intestine. Sorry, in large intestine. Okay, so the food is just past these kinds of intestine. Okay, water is removed from the undigested food and absorbed by the walls of the large intestine. So solid waste is juice, formed and received into feces. Okay, so that you need to know the length of large intestine is about 1.5 meters. Okay, the length is about 1.5 meters. That you need to remember. And then after large intestine, we will learn about the liver. Okay, liver will filter out the toxin and waste in our body such as drug, alcohol, and poisons. Liver also can digest our fat. Okay, that is the functions of our liver. And then the next one is pancreas. Okay, pancreas use or need to be produced digestive enzyme to digest fat, carbohydrates, and proteins. Okay, pancreas also can regulate blood sugar by producing insulin. And then the last part we will learn about rectum and NS. Okay, rectum is the place for feces stored until it is ready to be released, but the NS is the place for the feces removed from the body. So the positions of rectum is above of the NS. Okay. The last one that we need to know is about type of enzyme that we have in our body. The first one, we have enzyme amylase that will break down the starches and carbohydrates into sugar. We can find this kind of enzyme in pancreas. Okay. The next enzyme, we have protease that will break down proteins into amino acids. Okay. We can find these kinds of enzyme in pancreas and stomach. And the next enzyme, we have lipase or lipase that will break down lipids which are fats and oils into glycerol and fatty acids. So we can find these kinds of enzyme in pancreas and stomach. And the last enzyme that we have is trypsin. Trypsin is an enzyme that helps us digest protein, and we can find these kinds of enzyme in small intestine. Okay, that's all about our material today. I hope you understand about it. But before I end this material, I would like to remind you that we have several parts of our digestive system, such as mouth, as you can see on the screen, and then pharynx, and then esophagus, and then stomach in the red one, and then small intestine, and then the large intestine, and the last one is rectum. Okay, I hope you understand about it, and don't forget to check the classroom to make the tasks. Okay, see you next time. Bye. Thank you so much.